but players that frustrate me are the ones that can't find a consistent level. I'd rather take someone who's going to be consistently above average than someone that's going to fluctuate from being
Cajun B,
below average.
in this case.
Exactly. Moses, some thoughts about World Edit?
I think I think we just need to see more of him now that Simple's gone. I mean, it's just more of this team. They need to do better as a squad. I think World Edit individually hasn't really shown us everything it can. Like we've all said, we've seen flashes of it. It just comes down to that. Is he going to bring it on these big stages and these big games? So that's kind of what we need to see out of him today.
Obviously, looking at the Mousesports lineup there, it's incredible to me to look at that lineup, to think about the talent that's on that roster, and we're really talking about them as if they're like another also-ran here at the Majors. Surely we've got a course correct.
The thing is, what can win this series for Mousesports isn't just like a player gone crazy. It's actually God B could win this series, because when I think of the two different players, the thing about Blade is he's very good in-game leader in terms of design a tactic, explain how a tactic's going to win, decide what someone's position is within the tactic, what order they'll go in, but he's extremely regimented like that. Like I heard from Hiko when he played with FlipSid at ESWC, like that Blade rather literally has like the map is divided into quadrants that are numbered, and he used this code, but the thing is he has a very set style. He's not like an adaptive in-game leader like that. God B's whole style for his whole career is predicated on reading the opponent and then changing the tactic to fit the opponent. So if God B can win the mind game, that can give Mouse a chance. I just don't think that's going to happen, and I don't see his stars at the moment. So I'm going to go with FlipSid's regimented, consistent style to win out.
Well, we've got our featured matchup ready to go. Now, obviously, it's the man from the movie, Markelov. And we picked Nico. We picked him yesterday, the new kid on the block. This is a guy who was on the subs bench at Mousesports, had to sit there watching other players take his spot. Meanwhile, he's getting loaned out to teams like G2 and going absolutely ham, dropping 30 bombs at LAN, going crazy. Finally gets his time in the spotlight for Mousesports. How impressive has he been? Because obviously on yesterday's performance, didn't do a great deal.
He was really impressive when he first joined the team. It's kind of like that stereotypical honeymoon period where when he first started playing, there were multiple matches where everyone was just like, oh my god, this guy's going to bring Mousesports to the next level. But once again, he comes to these tournaments and he doesn't get there. He doesn't reach that critical point where he just carries them.
Yeah, online tournaments don't impress me. I don't care how many times you drop 40 kills or you get a sick
Shania Shields in.
Go to a big tournament like this, the ones that I watch, and perform well. If you don't, shut up, you're not a star player.
Brutal.
No, I agree with what you were saying, and something we talked about with Cloud9 as well, where players come in, they do have that swan song, and then pressure gets applied, they don't have the experience, they kind of get forced into a role, and I think Nico's, again, a player that does have potential. I think that he could go absolutely nuts, but it's only, even when it was going nuts, it was very rarely like an entire game. It'd be like 6 or 7 rounds and then he'd go quiet again, so we'll see. This tournament for me will define him, I think, and if he could step up in this game, then maybe I'll start to lend credit like you're saying.
See, to tie it in thematically, on Mousesports, Next is still the one for me.
Yeah, that's very good. I'm depressed at myself that I get that reference. Okay. But anyway, so
well, guilty pleasures, mate. Some people are Nico fans.
So let's talk about Next, though. Obviously, I don't want to dwell too much on it. We don't have all the facts at the moment, but I will introduce it to the narrative anyway. Seems that there is maybe 1 or 2 sick players on Mousesports.
No sick players on Mousesports. Oh, right, yeah, ill
players. So apparently Next is under the weather and struggling a little bit. So, I mean, is it
grab a tissue and start playing?
Yeah, well, okay. Like, how much sympathy do we lend, I guess?
Look, I saw nothing at ESWC. Absolutely boiling over, overheating with an ice bag on his head, and played one of the best games I've seen him play on LAN all year. So I'm not going to let it be an excuse in this case. I'm sorry. You got to focus in. Sometimes it can be actually better, because sometimes you're so, like, just distraught. When you're sick, like you're sitting at home and all you want to do is just get over it. You want to focus in on something, get a job done and get out of there. Like going hungover to work, for example. You just want to get it.
I know nothing about
I know
that.
you
dangerous topic
but you just really want to get the job done and get out of there. So sometimes you actually hyper-focus in that case. Do what you've got to do. No excuses, no side attractions. Get out of there and go. And I think that's what nothing did.
So in short, if Sadikis can work drunk at a major,
there you go.
Come on, get it together, Next. You can bang a few heads off. I've seen you do it before.
Exactly.
He's
9 to 5.
It was the most relatable.
You hear that, Valve? Okay. He's wrecked right now. He's not. But anyway, your thoughts on this as well, Moses?
No sympathy. I mean, you're sick, but this is a major. It's time to go.
Yeah, I couldn't
Load
agree more.
yourself up and let's just get on with it.
So, I mean, look, I guess all of this doom and gloom around Mousesports, is anyone going to come out and bat for Mousesports? We've got 2 FlipSid people in. Moses, it's on you, I guess. I mean...
No, I'm taking FlipSid.
Wow.
I think, yeah, I mean, there's the possibility that Mousesports can win. I just don't have faith. I don't have confidence in what they've been bringing to the table recently. And Gabi could have an excellent game calling. I think that's going to be crucial. That's the one surefire way. That and Chris J going off. But I mean, if Chris J doesn't go off, then Gabi has to be able to neutralize the players on FlipSid, not through his star players being really, really strong, but through the tactics, through, you know, putting them in positions where they don't have to get 25 kills, 3-kill rounds. You know, just put them in spots where they can take these bomb sites and win, you know, win the fundamentals, protect the retakes.
So the follow-on question from this is, let's say you're all right, okay? So we got 3 people calling for FlipSid here. Is it a disaster for Mousesports if they go out? Do they need to start thinking about roster changes?
I mean, I just said, I still didn't, it's not that FlipSid did something excellent and now, well, now they're no longer one of the teams I thought they should go out. No, I still don't think they have a chance to get out of this group. Just that Mousesports are so dire. I think in the last few months, it's been a long time since they did anything impressive or matched up offline with the top teams. They've been on this slump downhill. NiKo was supposed to be the panacea. He was supposed to cure all of that, put everyone in the right position. That never happened. In fact, they're looking just as worse. If they're looking just as bad, if not worse right now.
So we've got about 45 seconds before we get into the game. Quick, rough scores. We all know you've picked FlipSid.
Yep. Oh, you meaning I can't go backwards like
no,
I did
you
last
can't.
time?
No,
oh, okay.
No backtracking.
I'm going to say 16. I'm going to go low on Mousesports. I'm going to say 16-9.
16-9.
16-11, 16-12.
Dunk.
I'll go 16-8.
Okay, right. Well, that's obviously with Sadakis, we've all got a bet riding on it for a drink or 2, right?
Oh, yes,
anyway, thanks a lot for your
I'll have
thoughts,
gin, you
gentlemen.
have water, right?
Without any further ado, let's get into this. It's the second game of the second day at the Major. It's going to be Mousesports versus FlipSid. Take it away.
Thank you very much, guys. I'm DDChem, joined by Robin, Fifth Larian. Hello, how's it going?
Yo, I'm good. I'm good.
It's a nice
I'm
start
so
to the day.
happy. I'm so happy,
Yeah?
Dan. First of all, obviously I get to cast with you, but on top of that, we're not gonna see Cobblestone.
That's true, actually. Yeah, I was kind of rooting for Mirage with this matchup because I love FlipSid's Mirage, but we're still going to get an even better map because I think the overpass between the 2 teams is going to be much closer.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think this is a good matchup for both of the teams. I'm actually quite surprised though. Yeah, okay, sure. Okay, first of all, I just want to put it out there because I think that Richard might get a tweet or 2 about Next being the one under the weather. It's actually Dennis. I was the one who told him it was Next. Because I just
you. Oh, you.
Yeah, so just believe him anyway. I don't care.
All right, guys, we're into the pistol now between these 2 teams. It looks like we have a fast round on our hands. We've got Mousesports immediately taking Suez and just, actually now that I say that, just holding a little bit, seeing if they can get a response. And in they go, nades in, Glocks in. Can they close that distance? We've got Chris J with the opening onto Davkos there. Next is on the bomb site, but there's still a lot more work to be done here as these CTs go for this retake. But the positioning here is going to be really favorable for Mousesports. They'll get the bomb planted. There's smokes down on jungle as well to really hinder that entrance from FlipSid. It's going to take something quite special here, and Blade will open things up with that frag onto Chris J. 3 versus 4 now is what FlipSid are looking at as they start to make their way onto the bomb site. Next with a great response there, Godby as well. And this looks fantastic right now. Just Markloff, the man left alive, and he won't get it done. Next, we'll find the frag. 3 kills there in the pistol for him, and Mousesports will start off well.
Yeah, I really like the fast play coming in from Mousesports on the pistol. Just waited a little bit just to hit the B-bomb side, just in case FlipSid decides to push. Maybe they had like an expo flash. Just took their little time, like 6 seconds, and then just ended up pushing. FlipSid, it looked to me like they were trying to go with like somewhat of a retake kind of positioning, but then they had one guy that just got caught off guard completely, and he just ended up dying. So, and Next with a nice triple kill.
Yeah, now we're looking at that situation where FlipSid are not investing fully. What it is, obviously saving for that AWP, but the rest of his teammates have actually got some Kevlar, some pistols here, looking to put the aggression on and get some damage done economically. And NiKo's going to go down by himself at Suez, so he was kind of there to maybe be able to run into B, check for a stack, but now that Mac 10's out of the picture and it's in the hands of Blade. And so FlipSid actually looking like they're off to a good start.
Yeah, look at the rotation coming from FlipSid as well. Because of the fact that NiKo went down, Blade, he has full control of B bomb site, and then FlipSid just ends up rotating, falling back towards the A bomb site. And this could be very, very troublesome for Mousesports if they do decide to just end up going towards A.
Yeah, and one thing that's kind of cool as well is that, well, not cool for Mousesports, but they don't have any eyes on connector, so they don't really know if they wanted to double back. They don't know that they can actually do that, or if there's a flank coming at all. So this could be very troublesome indeed. They have to make this work here towards A. And Nex is trying to get the opening. There's a nade into bank. And there is some damage done. Here goes the rest of Mousesports to try to capitalize here, but the stack is here. The nades will help massively, but will it be enough here? We've got Nex in, nice frag onto Bondic, and it looks like the CTs are indeed quite stuck behind these smokes at the moment, so Mousesports will get the bomb planted. They can fall back to toilets as well to get some good post-plant setups working in their favor, and it looks like FlipSid are in a lot of trouble. Even though they've got 4 players left alive, they're going to make their way in now, but Nex is there with the AK, and there's more rifles where that came from. Oh, great spray down there. Just Markloff remaining now.
Yeah, nothing he can do here. He only has a 50-50. It's a pretty decent round anyway from Mousesports, ending up with, when Nico fell towards the B-bomb side in the beginning. I was just going to put him or call him out for it, because there's no reason why you should just go that aggressive. You want to go towards the B-bomb side and just hold, just to make sure the FlipSid doesn't push you, so you actually have somewhat of a flank, right? But then instead, you end up going down, you give them a weapon, and you have no map control whatsoever. But nonetheless, you know, next one, you know, again, for me, Nex is by far Mousesports' best player. Just showing there, even though it was Nico, you know, saving them around. Yeah, and he's already got 8 frags and a cheeky little ace there, and that's a good start for your star player. Now, Dennis is going to make his way in, first man there. Nex is going to go in for support, and Chris J as well. Big push on type B bomb side, but looks like they've run into the stack, and these pistols are doing a lot of work here for FlipSid. They've got a couple kills. That's going to be it, though, as Nico will get 3 kills there with the UMP. So he's going to save the round for Mousesports, and now FlipSid, they can go for the buy. Yeah, that previous round there, normally this what happens with the teams. They have some sort of a mindset where it's like, okay, well, we went A the previous eco, let's just go B now. You know, it's like, oh yeah, let's do 50-50. And then for the defenders, they just like, okay, well, they went A, let's just stack B. Always happens, right? It could have actually ended up a lot worse for Mousesports that round. Oh yeah. Sure, you know, Nico with the triple kill with SMG just got a few more dollar signs in his bank, but yeah, it could have ended up much worse. Yeah, and I mean, Mousesports, I think they're going to be fairly happy. Just they're sitting on a pretty good economy. If they're able to do some more damage in this round, then even if they lose, they should be in a decent spot, as they should get a strong buy in the following round. So we'll have to see what kind of approach we've got here, because it's looking quite slow. So Mousesports giving a lot of respect for FlipSid at the moment. Yeah, I really do like it that though. Just to, you know, take your time. Just make sure they don't push you, because I'm fairly sure that they know that World Ladder will actually be able to afford the offense, which is completely correct. So that was pretty scary. Nico almost getting a frag there. Very, very scary indeed. Blade almost losing his life. But here is a bit of an approach now from Mousesports, getting just a little bit closer towards the A bomb site. There is a player, of course, able to support. I think it's Bondic actually is very close there on the A long area. So if Wada is kind of baiting on that AWP, if he misses a shot, and I think they can gain some ground, could get punished by Bondic. Wada will make his way out of there. But meanwhile, Mousesports have switched up the play here. They're going towards B, through connector, into sewers. Chris J's going to find that frag onto Bondic, and all of a sudden, FlipSid are in a lot of trouble here. Davkost is in a very important position by the water. Markloff's there for support as well. Can they hold this big B push? There are the frags starting to come in here for the CTs. Mousesports needs something in response, and they're getting nothing. It's just Nico and Godby left at this point, as Davkost waits by water, trying to time his moment to strike. There's the bomb plant, though. And things not looking too shabby here, actually, for Mousesports, despite being down a man. However, these positions are not optimal. Davkost will finally go for the peak. Just toying, just playing with them, trying to create distraction. It's working really well at the moment. Godby is under so much pressure right now. Not sure where to look. Godby is going to find that angle finally. And now the CT swarm the bomb site. And Nico's got to get 3 kills here to save this round for Mousesports. And he goes. There's the first. Can he get the second? He will find it. That's the... Oh, no, the defuse is just gone now. And there's no time for this. Wada's got no health as well. Nico's going to save this round for his team. Oh wow. My God, no.
4 kills out of Nico. What a save.
Wow, okay. Yeah, that was looking extremely grim for Mousesports there for a second. Just when they were pushing into the B bomb site, you know, Chris J had complete A control, and you know, they didn't really get a payout for actually hitting the bomb site, and FlipSid just kept on getting the picks. 2-on-4 situation, and Davkost actually, he was down in the pit towards B. He could just easily, when they start planning, just go on and kill the bomb. Yeah. He never peeked. I was wondering about why. That. Yeah, and just gave Mousesports an action opportunity to win the round, and then you see there Nico, you know, great round by him, 1-on-3. And yeah, it's that's one of the rounds that FlipSid is gonna be very upset about when they go back and watch the demo.
Yeah, it puts them in a pretty rough position. They've got to wait till that the 5-0 until they can start to fight back again. And this is a nice kind of anti-eco approach here from Mousesports. They're sticking together, moving up towards A-Long, can get your back against the wall, be quite safe against those pistols. So a cool approach here from Mousesports.
Yeah, and it's very safe. So now you see Mousesports anti-eco now. You don't actually have Nico just rushing towards the B and just getting picked off. He's actually with the group and just playing it a lot safer now, which is great.
Yeah, this is always nice to see.
Oh no, just as I say that, okay. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Just as I say, you don't have to run down there, Nico. There's nothing there for you.
Hey man, that's what he's built to do. He's built to run in there. Pants on head, run in.
I like it.
Nico.
I mean, oh, is that the
Pants on
slogan?
head, Nico.
Is that the slogan?
I'm coining it right now. Pants on head, Nico.
Trademark it.
So here we go. Markov might get a sneaky kill with that PT-50 would be nice. Any economic damage is good. But one thing I really like about this is just seeing that Mousesports can really stick together and kind of play off each other in a coordinated manner for an anti-eco. It's like the most important round to win in the game. You can, those 5 rounds are hard. But you got to capitalize. You got to, convert those anti-eco rounds.
Yeah, it's very important, like you're saying. And they have actually done a pretty decent job at it so far. I mean, both the ecos that they've had, they only lost 1 and 2 members. So just basing off of their economy, even if they end up losing 1-2 rounds, they can still end up buying. So it's doing good so far.
And here we go, Mousesports just full AKs. We've got a quick connector take there from Blade just to apply some pressure and make sure that you have a good understanding as the CTs, as to where the Ts are actually going. But once again, Mousesports taking a relatively passive approach to the round, giving some respect to FlipSid and any potential aggression they may want to throw in. And it could be a bit of an issue here with this AWP, playing those angles towards the party area. Here we go, Mousesports just using some grenades to try to push just slowly but surely. So good play so far from both sides, I would say, but Nex is the one to open up here in sewers onto Blade.
Yeah, so far Nex has been terrific for the first 5.5 rounds.
And this could be that pants on head moment from Nico. You know he wants to go in there.
Yeah.
You know he wants to go in. It's like, should I do it?
Yeah,
should I do it?
I can't see anyone. I really want to take a look. Just a little sneak peek.
But looks like his team's going to get the call here, just moving towards A. And the trade happens for God B, so the in-game leader is down. But it's a pretty nice situation. 4 versus 3 here for the Ts. They know they just have to attack together, and now they move in as a unit towards that A bomb site. Bondik is there, and he's got a great position, actually. And he's going to find the first frag onto Chris J. There's no return. That's the bomb as well. So the information goes to his team. Shot in the side of the head. And Nex finds the kill onto Markov as well. So the bomb site is now under control here for Mousesports. As Davkos makes his way in up the stairs. And he's got a hell of a lot of work to do. And he's going to get smoked off. This is just not happening. Going to have to fall back out of there. And just hope he can get some cheeky exits.
Yeah, and I mean, Mousesports might as well just throw it around away as well. Just decide to push. Now, this is the point where, for the remaining 2 Mousesports players, they shouldn't even do anything. He can still potentially win this round. Yeah, there's still time left on the bomb, and look at where Nex is.
Yeah, a little bit of a...
Davkos actually didn't have a kit, but I do believe Bondik had one on the bomb. Yeah, you see there's actually a diffuse kit on the bomb side as well. So that could have actually ended up way worse than what it actually was. FlipSid actually decided to take a gamble there. They had 3 members left and just decided to have Bondik all by himself on the A-bomb side and just have the other 2 remaining players towards the B-bomb side. And Mousesports called it once more, and they're playing really well right now.
Absolutely. And just to clarify, as I'm a Brit, when I say pants on head, I mean underwear on head. None of this American, pants. I'm not talking about jeans or something. Just have to clarify that. As a proud Brit, you're confused. you're Swedish. It's fine.
I have no idea what's going on right now.
It's fine. All right, so we do have the...
You gotta talk IKEA to me, Dan.
Talk
That's
IKEA?
how it works.
Svenska.
Yeah.
All right, so the pistols are out again for FlipSid. Of course, having to save. So it's not really a good start for them, let's be honest. They've got a really horrible situation getting consistently just having to eco. Mousesports in a prime position when it comes to the money at this point. Well, actually, that said, looking at that money, it's not amazing.
I mean, you do have Nex on AK, but yeah, it's only Chris J that actually is kind of low on money, but he decided to buy an AWP. And that's why it's dangerous as well. When you do have the bomb down, you want to chase, obviously, because when you're 5-0 up, you want to just make sure that you don't let them save any weapons. But yeah, as for FlipSid now, one thing for Mousesports on their T side so far is that they've been playing really safe and they've been playing really defensive. So even if FlipSid were to mix something up right now, let's try and go aggressive. Well, the thing is, it's not like Mousesports actually done anything fast. So if you do decide to go aggressive, they're just going to be there waiting for you. So that's actually not a good idea.
Yeah, actually, that's the cool thing I've noticed as well, is that Mousesports kind of getting it done with their default rounds, which are fairly safe. It's like we're going to try to flash ourselves into position. We'll see actually a couple frags coming in from Davcost here, but it will be shut down. And that's actually nice economic damage, just kind of keeping them honest, because again, as we said, Mousesports don't have the best economy in the world. It could be a lot better considering that they're 7-0 up. So FlipSid, they want to get themselves into a situation where they're forcing eco's, where they're resetting the economy of Mousesports. But here it is, AWP in play now from WorldEdit, and they've got a good buy. What can they do with it?
Yeah, that's the question. But because so far you've actually seen FlipSid just start off exactly the same on almost every single round. You have Bondic and WorldEdit, you know, towards the mid area. He is actually going aggressive now a little bit. Got flashed though, so he's gonna fall back towards play defense on the A-bomb side. But yeah, so far a very generic play from FlipSid coming in, and you know, being 7-0 down, they do need to think of, you know, perhaps even take the pause now and talk about it.
That's actually a very good point. This would actually be an excellent moment for a pause, especially considering that on the CT side you do expect to get like a pretty decent amount of rounds, to be honest, maybe even a bit more than the T side. Either way, got NiKo, he's just going for these challenges again. This is what he's there for, just taking those angels and opening up the map, creating opportunity, and there it is. That's the frag onto Davcost. We can see the rotation coming in from Mousesports as Gobby makes the call to his team. Let's go for that B push now that NiKo's weakened the site, weakened the defense. He's going to take another entry frag. NiKo has done more than his fair share at this point as the rest of his teammates barrage the bomb site with bullets, with grenades, and they are setting themselves up next with another frag. This is looking incredibly grim right now for FlipSid. The bomb is down. WorldEdit is going to find God, but now Mousesports can just hide away a little bit.
Yeah, and one thing for FlipSid, NiKo gets to walk towards the B area every single round, and FlipSid's not doing anything about it. And he keeps on getting the picks. Like there needs to be some sort of a communication there for FlipSid. It's like, okay,